It is time now for What's Hot.
This is where we talk about the stories that have us all talking.
We're joined today by Barlien from the People Pro, and Jeff Wagner is back with us. So many families are watching the immigration reform battle closely with the hope new laws will make the path to citizenship easier. In the case of one local family from Mount Pleasant, a mom trying to do the right thing is now stranded in Mexico. Minerva Green has been separated from her 4 boys and husband more than a year now. In the U.S., 20 years. She married her husband, Jeff, 10 years ago. Under current immigration law, you have to leave the country in order to come back. And there is actually a 10-year ban on reentry, but if you've married a U.S. citizen, you can apply for a waiver, which is risky. It's not always granted.
Yeah, because the problem here, she came into the country illegally in the first place.
Her family sent her up to work as a teenager to send money back. And
once you're in the country illegally, you have to leave the country, like you were saying, before you can come in. I don't have the answer, but the immigration laws right now are a mess. I mean, here's the truth. We've got 11 million people illegally in this country now, most of whom are fine. And we can't deport 11 million people. And this is one of these classic examples where there has to be a better way. She's not causing any problems. She's got a family. Bouncing her out of the country for a year really doesn't accomplish anything. There's just got to be a better way. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, and this really put her at risk. It was a very risky move to leave with the idea of coming back. I understand that's the law. I understand that the way it's currently structured, but I agree something needs to change. And I, as of yet, have not heard any really good solutions to the immigration problem.
Well, and if you look at the way the law is now, a lot of people are discouraged from coming forward to become citizens because they don't want to leave the country for 10 years or even, a year.
Go back and touch base.
Yeah, she had, I mean, in the case that, you were reporting on yesterday, she actually has a disincentive to try to fly under the radar screen and hope she doesn't get caught, because by coming forward and by trying to find some legal path to residency, what you end up doing is you get sent out of the country for, a year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Again, there's got to be a better way, and I understand people get upset about amnesty. To me, as long as you find some sort of path, that's not amnesty. But we can't deport 11 million people. We just can't.
Well,
all right.
The good news here is she did get her waiver. Hopefully she's going to be back in a couple weeks. The family's very hopeful.
I'm looking forward to topic number 2. Coming up next, younger men taking the blame when it comes to women's menopause. A closer look at this new study.
For more of What's Hot.
Again, we're joined by Barb and Jeff Wagner from Newsradio 620 WTMJ. New research giving women another reason to blame men. Jeff, you're with me on this, right? A new study suggests that younger men are getting the blame for menopause. The evolutionary biologist. That title right there lets you know this is a bunch of baloney. Evolutionary biologist who did this research says it is their theory that, quote, it's the consequence of a mating scheme where men change their preference to younger women.
Well, definitely. I mean, definitely it's all men's fault. We knew this. No, seriously. I found this study kind of amusing in a way. The primary reason that women go through menopause is because they live long now. Years ago when women were gone by 35, 40 years old, you didn't hear that much about it. And by the way, men also go through menopause, and I'm not taking the gig for that one. In fact, some recent studies show that older men who have children actually have a very high rate of birth defects in their kids. So it's not just the women's equipment that gets old. You guys get old equipment too.
Well,
take that one, Jeff.
So there, I was just all ready to understand that I'm just the next guy you're going to blame. That's okay. I'm just all set with that. Except I refuse to take responsibility for this one because I think most of my life I have always dated or been involved with and or married women that are my age. So I can't be blamed for this one. Now, maybe my gender, I don't know. But what do you think, Steve?
Some people claim there's a woman to blame, Jeff.
Yeah, that's right. I think there's a song lyric in that.
All right, last topic.
We don't have time, do we?
Do we have time?
Our final What's Hot. The best weight loss tool isn't the scale, but a timer. Research says faster eaters are up to 18 pounds heavier than slower eaters. So
I'm guilty.
Slow it down. Your body can tell you when you're full.
Yeah.
We eat really fast.
News
Anybody
people,
in news?
We inhale food.
I have a friend. We were, honest to gosh, true story. We're out to dinner. We all order these giant steaks, and they've served them. Literally, we're all starting to like begin cutting, putting some salt on his stuff. I look over, he has inhaled it. I mean, he has eaten this giant steak, and we're all going, what happened?
Did you taste it?
Well,
I think that's,
right.
I mean, in Europe, I think that is the key, is they savor their food.
Right.
They slow it down. Here we put on feed bags.
Right. The scary thing, though, is he's finished his steak, and then he's looking at the rest of ours. Are you going to eat that? That's the real problem.
All right, thank you both. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.